Part 1, The Disappearance. Days go by, and your parents don't come home. The concept of time becomes a hazy, uncertain notion, like trying to grasp water slipping through your fingers. It starts as an ordinary day, much like any other. The sun rises, casting its warm embrace over your small suburban neighborhood. Birds chirp, and life stirs awake. Your parents, Mark and Emily, exchange their usual morning greetings, leaving you with promises of their swift return from a quick errand in town. But as the sun sets, and shadows lengthen, there's a growing unease in the pit of your stomach. You glance at the clock, your heart beginning to pound erratically. Hours have stretched into infinity, and there's no sign of your parents. A phone call doesn't connect. Texts go unanswered. The authorities are contacted, but their reassurances do little to alleviate the gnawing anxiety that's taking root in your mind. Part 2, Whispers in the Dark. The house feels different in the absence of your parents. Rooms that were once filled with laughter and comfort now seem cavernous and echo with silence. As the nights pass, a subtle change starts to unfold. You hear faint whispers that seem to come from the corners of your room. Words you can't quite discern, but they crawl into your ears like icy tendrils, sending shivers down your spine. You try to dismiss it as your imagination, but the whispers persist. They grow louder, more insistent, almost like a chorus of voices longing to be heard. Sleep becomes elusive, as nightmares plague your every attempt at rest. You wake up in cold sweats, haunted by visions of your parents trapped in an abyss of darkness, reaching out to you for salvation. Part 3, The Unraveling Reality. Reality itself seems to be warping around you. The days blend together in a surreal montage of muted colors and distorted sounds. You venture outside less and less, the world beyond your doorstep feeling like an alien landscape. The neighbors' once friendly faces now wear masks of concern and pity, their voices carrying a mix of sympathy and fear. You notice changes in the environment too. The trees seem to twist and contort, their branches resembling skeletal fingers reaching for the heavens. Shadows dance across the walls, taking on shapes that defy logic and reason. And every time you look in the mirror, your reflection seems just a fraction out of sync, a fleeting glimpse of something that's not quite you. Part 4, The Desperate Search. With every passing day, your determination to find your parents intensifies. You delve into their personal effects, searching for clues, for anything that might lead you to them. Their journals reveal cryptic entries about a place called the Eternal Twilight, a name that sends a shiver down your spine. Desperate for answers, you seek out local legends and stories, discovering whispers of a realm that exists on the fringes of reality, a realm where time stands still and dreams meld with nightmares. Armed with this newfound knowledge, you begin to unravel the threads of a chilling narrative that connects your parents to a dark and ancient secret. Their errand was no ordinary task, it was a journey into the unknown, a quest to confront the very fabric of time itself. But something went awry, and they became entangled in the sinister grasp of the Eternal Twilight. Part 5, Journey into Darkness. Determined to rescue your parents, you follow their path. Armed with talismans and incantations, you venture into the heart of the forest, where the boundary between reality and the eternal twilight blurs. The air grows thick with tension, and the whispers become a cacophony of voices, urging you forward, warning you of the horrors that await. The landscape morphs into a nightmarish tableau. Trees twist into grotesque shapes, their roots digging into the earth like skeletal fingers. The sky is a swirling maelstrom of colors that should never exist together. As you delve deeper, the border between your world and the twilight weakens, and you find yourself navigating a shifting labyrinth of space and time. Part 6, Confronting the Abyss. In the heart of the eternal twilight, you finally discover the truth about your parents' fate. They're trapped in a liminal space, caught between moments that stretch into eternity. Their faces hold a mixture of relief and anguish as they tell you that there's no escaping this place, no returning to the world they left behind. Time here is a loop, a tapestry of fragmented memories woven into a ceaseless cycle of torment. But you refuse to accept this twisted reality. You unleash the power of the talismans and incantations, challenging the very essence of the twilight. Reality trembles, and the echoes of your parents' voices grow stronger. Their hands reach out, and you feel the tug of their presence. Part 7, Fading Echoes. As the twilight begins to unravel, the world quakes with the force of 1,000 storms. You cling to the tenuous connection, pulling with all your might. Shadows lash out, attempting to drag you into the abyss, but your determination is unyielding. Just as it seems that all hope is lost, you feel a surge of energy, the combined strength of your love for your parents and the power of the incantations. In a blinding flash of light, you emerge from the twilight, collapsing onto the familiar ground of your own world. The air is still, the whisper silenced, and the nightmarish landscape replaced by the gentle rustle of leaves in the breeze. And there, in front of you, stand your parents, their faces a mix of astonishment and gratitude. Epilogue, A New Dawn. Days go by, and your parents are finally home. Time regains its steady rhythm, and the world finds its balance once more. The ordeal leaves scars, both seen and unseen, but it also strengthens the bond between you and your family. The experience becomes a fading memory, a story you share with those who dare to listen. Yet, as you lie in bed at night, you sometimes hear a faint echo of the whispers from the twilight. A reminder that the boundary between reality and the unknown is fragile, that the threads of time can be tugged and unraveled. And as you drift into sleep, you wonder if the eternal twilight still hungers for those who dare to tread its edges, waiting for another chance to ensnare wandering souls in its chilling grasp.